Now that the steel factory is set up, I finally can unlock the next couple of milestones. I can basically complete all tier 4 milestones right now. I have unlocked all tier 3 before, so now it's tier 4 time. I can get blueprints right now, like I can get Mark 3 belts. This is a weird belt. Oh, this is still the same. It's 270 resources per minute. 270 is a weird number for me in this game because tier 1 belt is 60, tier 2 is 120, tier 3 is 270, tier 4 is 480. So 270 is the odd one out over here, which is not a multiple of 60. But yeah, I don't use tier 3 belts too much, but it's nice to have. So I'll get this better industrial storage container, which has 48 slots, which is nice, but not too important. I will get Mark 2 minus, this is quite important, and I'll unlock 3 new parts. I have the expanded power infrastructure and then the hypertube. So I can unlock every single one of these. As soon as I unlock this, I'll create a factory for each of these, like encased industrial beams, stators, and rotors before moving on to phase 2. So I would have automated every single thing before I want to move to like tiers 5 and 6. That is the wisest decision. And honestly, I will also unlock the blueprint designer, so I should be able to start building my permanent factory setups as soon as I complete this. But now I have just stored all of the resources necessary to unlock the next couple of tiers. As we can see, I already have 100 encased industrial beams, which is required to unlock stuff, but I am unlocking that specific recipe over here. But I have already obtained that because I was constantly hard drive hunting. Like I got like 10 or so hard drives, right? So around those crash sites, I usually got these encased industrial beams. So that's how I got that. So I can unlock the rest of the stuff. So now let's see. So that, and then these. Okay. So let's just unlock the blueprint designer. The first major
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Oh my god. Okay, so the last statement was exactly towards all the satisfactory like players who were complaining about blueprint designers being too small. It was regarding that. Any comments about spatial inefficiency, like it just denotes your incompetence. That's what she said. It was basically a direct reference to that. Okay, sure. I mean, I never had an issue with 4x4. I could make it work. In my previous playthroughs, I could create blueprints with that. So okay, now the pod is back. We can unlock the next milestone, which is Logistics Mark 3. Stackable pipelines. Oh, I did not even look at this. This is quite important. This will make the builds a lot easier. Yeah, using pipes.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
They really want to make us work as much as possible, with any disregard to any mental stress or anything like that. Just like corporate world. Okay, the pod is back. Now I can unlock advanced steel production. Yeah, as soon as I unlock this, I should be able to start building some factories. So let's just do that.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Okay, yeah. Sure. I mean, there was a useful tip over there to new players, like you can upgrade the miners by just, yeah, getting the Mark II right over here, right? So that's a nice tip, honestly, for the new players. Okay, finally now I can lock expanded power infrastructure. This is quite nice when you're like building factories like far away. Honestly, right now it's isn't of too much use for me, but it will be useful in a short time.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Okay, pretty common voice line, sure. Okay, the final tier, the final milestone in tier 4. So let's just complete this, then I'll be free.
Milestone reached.
Yo, look
By
at
adding
that.
hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also error% safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fixit listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fixit makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
They did not exactly specify how much better the hypertubes are in terms of percentages versus the jump pads. It was like an error. That's interesting. Hello everyone, welcome. As you can see, uh, the factory has grown a little bit more. So last time when I showed this, there was basically just steel production over here. So just like steel parts and steel beams. But we unlocked like all the milestone 4 stuff. Sorry, tier 4. Yeah, all the milestones in tier 4. So basically we unlocked like stators, rotors and encased industrial beams. And as you can see, all of these recipes have something to do with like steel pipes. And I really needed to make a factory for that. So I just expanded this. As I mentioned before, I'm sort of going for like a crude build setup. I am not like planning too much in terms of how it looks and everything. As I need to build stuff, I'm just adding to existing builds and stuff wherever I need them. So I just bought more concrete. There are lots of like alternate recipes involving concrete, and I'm really liking it. So first is involving like steel pipes, right? Like steel pipes and steel beams. There are these alternate recipes which uses concrete, which gives you a lot more steel pipes. And these are fantastic. This was not there in early access. I clearly remember this. There is even one with like iron ingots that you can get steel pipes. I'm assuming there is a very similar alternate recipe even for steel beams, which with using iron ingots, probably you can get steel beams. And these two recipes are brand new. These were not there in early access, and these are some of the fantastic recipes. Like I really like them. Now you have a lot more options to tackle mid and late game. So I really like this. I enjoyed dealing with that, dealing with those numbers and stuff. So here I set up a quick thing for encased industrial beams. These are all like perfectly balanced. So perfect. And then I did set up something temporary over here, not temporary, sorry. I did set up what is that, rotor factory? Yeah, a rotor factory, which makes 10 rotor per minute. This rotor actually goes for motor production. So this goes into motor production. And then there is separate production over here for stators. And finally, there is a motor. So these are all like the final factories, which is like standalone factories, which I will have in my world, where if I want encased industrial beams, I'll come here, pick these up. There are stators over here, motors over here. The rotor factory I already have in my main base, near my main base, so I did not make any over there. But over here, everything is perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced stators, perfectly balanced rotors. Yes, the numbers are small, like 5 motors per minute, 5 stators per minute, but it adds up. I think, yeah, this is 4 encased industrial beams per minute. Encased industrial beams are very important. That's what you need to make TFO belts. And TFO belts is usually what you use till roughly the end of the game. Some people even finish the game with just TFO belts without even doing any TFI belts. So TFO belts are very important. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. The design became a lot more hectic. There is a lot more unplanned stuff going from here to there. Just a lot of stuff. It's like sort of like everything is not properly planned, but if you look at it, everything is perfectly balanced and planned. So sort of like chaotically planned stuff, and I like this. Yeah, so this is my final setup. So I have completely automated every single thing in like tiers 4, everything that I unlocked. So the next thing, the only thing that's left is to do some blueprints. I did unlock the blueprint designer, so I need to make blueprints for everything before I move forward, because setting up factories becomes a lot more easier when you have blueprints. And the other thing is I need to completely revamp my starter base. Like I need to have proper starter base. So that's my next thing. Once that is complete, it will be completing the space elevator parts and unlocking the next phase, which is phase 2.